Brothers and sisters, soldiers and soldierettes, salute. And I thank those. If you are alive and breathing, guess what? We are back to conquer another day and another day and another day. And I appreciate those that have been joining along, listening to a brother, current subscribers, new subscribers, anyone that takes the time to view. Because I always say there are many great brothers and sisters out here. And salute to the reachers and teachers that's pushing out that knowledge, good energy, and keeping those afloat and keeping us maintaining. Salute. And let's get to them honors. I honor thy ancestors, whose spirit is alive and well. And a lot of great brothers and sisters out here within our families and outside our families. And anyone in our families that we held dear, if they transition, may they rest in peace and in power. And may all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. And we better be maintaining out here, because it's wicked. It's wicked out here. It's not a game. You know, of course, we have fun and enjoy ourselves. I say from time to time, but we better stay on point with that spirit, because we must guard and protect our spirit at every angle. And when I say every angle, I mean every angle in the world, and of course, social media, but a lot of things that's happening in the world, I've said before, trickles and stems a lot of it from social media because of the influence and the attention seeking and the validation and what brought me to this conclusion. And things of the world, because I always like to go above and beyond, because it's a greater, bigger world outside just social media, outside the cities we live in. I always try to keep my focus in the lens of that great divine, that power of sight that great divine gives a lot of us. I never take your spirit for granted. I don't take one spirit for granted, because being in tune with one spirit can get you through a lot of things, but you have to don't take your spirit for granted. You have to know your spirit. You have to know oneself, and can't want all this bullshit that they try to make us think we need on the outside. Because when you do your little research and see things for what they really are, those desires will leave, and you will only want the things we need in this life, the righteous things, because anything good always come back good. I don't care. People can try to make the law of attraction one way or another. When you're doing right, it always comes back. It's same on the flip side. If you're toxic, evil, and you don't give a damn about your spirit, guess what your karma's going to be? And everyone knows this, but some people think they're above that great divine. And it's just a matter of time when you'll be proven wrong. So why even go there? But if you're in that space, that's on you, because one is in a circle of righteous family, brothers and sisters, those that are trying to strive in this life. And even those that might not know that they're spiritual, but not with that wicked shit, that divine will speak to you, because the divine can't speak to the blind. So, and I want to speak on a little bit, why we have to guard and protect our spirit at every freaking angle, because that's how it comes. That's how that you have an entity that's empty and don't have no value and just have no focus or purpose. It wants the energy of those that do. And that's what's going on in this world. That's why I say you better guard your spirit at all costs. Keep thinking it ain't no joke, and thinking that those that are speaking righteous out here, just talking to here, are just blowing hot air. Keep on living. You'll see. And it, like, again, it doesn't mean that we think we're better, think we're perfect, but one knows thy spirit. Once one knows thy spirit, there's no turning back, because everybody comes to that truth. It's just a matter of if you take up that truth and walk with it and live with it and breathe it and sleep it, then you have those that know that truth that try to deflect it, try to stay away from it, try to do things to go around it. You can never get away from that truth, because everywhere we go, there we are. And that truth is usually what? Right in the mirror. So that's why those, especially those This is those in the beginning and in the beginning of spirituality, and those that already have it. Just keep, I know I don't have to tell you this, but I'm adding to the culture, as I heard a great content creator say. Salute to all the great, righteous, real, authentic content creators out there, ones that I have learned from. And I will forever stay in a real, authentic, righteous circle, because even though those, and I'm talking to brothers and sisters that I have connected to online, even though we don't know each other, but I've connected with them. I have learned from them, and I've embraced, little things and desires and weakness I had in me, and I fought them. And now I'm a soldier, and now I'm going to pass it on to someone else, and that's how I go, because we need soldiers around here. We don't need no weak-ass individuals that think fame is what it is and money is what it is, because we all gonna get old one day. Not gonna be young forever. So it makes a big difference what we do in our present, how our future will be. So those can think it's a joke, even though it's not easy being righteous, but there's benefits, and it's always the best route, and it keeps you looking young, and it keeps you living long. So that's why we stay righteous in this life. It's not a game or corny or a fad. No, it's a way of life. And again, that's why we should guard our spirit at every cost and protect our spirit at every angle. Because just like how the devil works, comes at every angle, that's how we gotta be, fearlessly protecting our spirit at all costs. Now, I like to use social media as an example, because now that social media is here, it's always going to be a part of the conversation, or examples or analogies. Now, I took down my Instagram page today, and I'm thinking about taking down Twitter. Now, I'm not suggesting no one else do this. This is just my own thing, my own opinion, because it's becoming too much. And I already got rid of my TikTok account. I don't have a TikTok account. I haven't been on Twitter probably maybe almost a month. I post music every so often, but social media is becoming overrated, and it's like I'm at a stalemate with social media. And we get like this when we really get real with oneself and really see social media for what it is. And it's really amazing, those that I have heard, I would say celebs that are no longer with us, may they rest in peace and in power. I don't like to really say names, so I won't say names, but one particular individual that everybody, loved his music. He talked about this social media things years ago, and it's amazing to see the things that are happening come to play, really come into fruition. And when you really analyze and really take our spirit serious, ladies and gentlemen, things will begin to reveal itself. And old weaknesses or old things or old little issues or insecurities, whatever little battles that we have that we've conquered them, but we don't really know we conquered those little inner things until we encounter little things that can trigger it. And social media is definitely can be part of triggering things in us that we don't know that's in us. So, and back in the day when I wasn't aware, and I say way back in the day, back when, when we thought it was cool to get phone numbers and pick up girls and how many girls we can get, back when I had that mindset. Now, I've conquered that mindset, but what they say, old habits, die hard, so to speak. So little things down the road in the future, we think they're gone, and little things can try to trigger it, and you be like, wow. So that's what brought me to this conclusion. We better fucking guard our spirit, because if we're trying to reach a righteous goal and we're trying to live a righteous life, things will come at us, unfortunately. I hate that shit. I wish we could just live a righteous, cool life and connect to brothers and sisters, our family, our children, and and no negative entity or energy or toxic things like that will happen. But we all know that's not true. So that's why we have to guard our spirit at every angle. And every little thing, small or big, doesn't matter. Never let anything fester. Deal with it right then. And I'm talking spiritually within yourself. Deal with it right then and there. Go to our divine, speak with it. And that divine will speak right back to us. But we have to be totally, totally connected to hear from that higher force. So, and I meditated with that great divine today. And sometimes you just ask that divine questions like, divine, why are these things coming at me? Or why am I seeing these things? Or why am I having these signs? Or why are people starting to follow me on social media all of a sudden, so to speak? Just little things like that. And I don't even be on social media. And they say the quiet person is intriguing and the mystery and all that, I guess. But when you really step back and look at this whole social media world, and some parts of it is good, can make you laugh and you can learn. But then you look at as I heard a brother say, the dark side. And it can be really sad to see what other individuals don't see that are so caught up in this social media web. And again, that's why they call it the web. And I'm sure at one time or another, we all was kind of caught up before we, became self-aware and brought ourselves out of it. And that's how, when we bring ourselves out of it, then we can see it in others, as I said in the past. And it's just crazy, man. These people got individuals, and I would have to say a lot of young females, black females, it's just, wow, how they just display themselves to the world on social media is unreal. And that's why I backed up. I took down my Instagram. I'm not suggesting no one else do this, but I just been taking down pages. I'll probably keep Facebook because I got family and stuff on there. And I really don't be on Instagram. And I meditated on it. Do I really need it? For others who are doing it, it's cool. I'm not saying nobody. It's just for me. So I'm no longer on Instagram. I do have a Twitter. I don't be on there a lot. And I did have to report entity that was on there harassing and sending nudity pictures and all this. And when you get wiser, you don't have no time for that shit. You really don't. And a lot of times when I get photos or something sent at me like that, I don't respond to it. I might say, beautiful or something like that. And a lot of times I won't respond at all. And it just becomes too much, So when you're trying to lead a righteous path, not that I'm perfect now. I don't do everything right. I love a beautiful sister, love a beautiful woman. It's nothing wrong with the naked body. It's beautiful, but it's all about the mindset. And where is the other individual mindset at? So that's what I'm getting at. You just really have to be careful. And as I said, we better know the art of navigation in the world and on social media, because we can easily, if we let our guard down, we got our guard up, we good. But the moment we let our guard down, we can easily get caught up. So, and like I said, it took a long time, like a lot of us reachers and teachers out here, salute, within my family and outside our families. We all have been in a place, been in a low place. But when we come out of it, we don't want to go back. We can't go back. We got to keep looking forward. And I'll say again, please, brothers and sisters, my family, my children, children's mothers, anyone listening, please, at all costs, it is serious that we guard our spirit. We protect our inner space at every angle, at all costs. It is no fucking joke. Cause, and if you need examples, if you need confirmation, just take a look around. There's toxic things all around us that will show you why we should guard our spirit. Cause it's individuals on the social media just running amok, and it's crazy. And those that are running amok and are toxic, and I'm talking about whether it's brother or sister, anybody, and they're toxic and doing evil shit and satanic shit and all that bullshit, Yeah, it might look like they might got fame and everything's going good and they got this, that, and the third. Just give it some time. Just give it some time. Because what do I always say? Nothing, no person, place, or thing is bigger than that higher force, that greater creator. That greater higher force has to say overall. So those keep on fucking with that higher force. And yes, I'm cursing, yes, because that's how serious I am about that great divine. Because do you know what that great divine has brought so many of us through? And so that's why I respect that higher force. And no matter what issues that I'm dealing with myself, and I will always still deal with my stuff. And even, like I always say, even as I'm going through a challenge, I will always continue to push out that good energy. Because, and again, why do we push out great, good, positive knowledge, power, man, just a good vibration? Why do we put out that good energy? Because what we put out is what we get back. I know it sounds like a broken record, but I hear that a lot, but it's the truth. So if you're toxic, it's just a matter of time before it comes back. So, and this ain't about being perfect. It's about knowing your inner space. You better know your inner self, because we can get lost out here in this shit on the outside, and this toxic music. I don't even know who the rappers are anymore, because I don't keep up with it anymore. Because once I became aware of how toxic some of this music is, I stopped even keeping up with it. I started making my own music. I listen to my own music, because to me, that's almost like double protection. I'm getting my vibration off myself, and it just bounce off me and go into another brother and sister. Because again, I don't care what issue we have within ourselves, we should never ever project it onto no one else, because it's not fair to them. And those who are doing that, you're only complicating your life, you're only fucking up your own life. And then those that got money and in fame, you don't know who your friends are. You're so blinded by the money and the attention and the so-called in your life, you think you doing it big, think you on top. And it's just a matter of time before it come crumbling down, because it's not on a righteous foundation. If you're not on a righteous foundation and you just walking through life and and you're led by money and you're led by attention and you're led by contracts and trying to stomp on somebody, and you don't give a damn about life and just about how people see you, you talking about an empty shell. And that is a fucked up, strange place to be. So let's not be no empty shell and guard our spirit. There are benefits to guarding our spirit at every angle, because when you're righteous, the attacks, the higher up we go in our levels of righteousness, it almost seems like the sneakier the attacks will come from entities, because a lot of times entities don't stop. They try to find other ways to finesse and get in there, which is fucking stupid. I feel sorry for entities or individuals that live their life like that, that's always looking for a way to get under the skin of a righteous brother or sister. It is so sad, it really is. Especially those who are blind, and it's like they're walking the walking dead. They're blind and they really just can't see. But those with a high vibration, we can see. It's like somebody getting ready to jump off the mountain. We can see it, but they can't see it. And that's a shame. That's sad. That's sad. So it's always going to come down to being up to that individual, guarding our spirit, because when we got our spirit guarded, then we can help to teach others and help them to guard their spirit. But it's always going to come down to that individual. Always going to come down to that individual, to guard their spirit. Because again, once you let that guard down and you just let anything in, you're going to have a fucked up life. Because The devil loves a wandering mind. The devil loves an idle person that doesn't have purpose or doesn't have any kind of protection within their spirit. Oh, the devil loves that, you know, and and for those that call them, and this is for the people that use God and claim they believe in God, but doing all kind of evil shit under the sun. Woo! Now, I'm not saying those of us that had that divine spirit, we don't have little inner things that we deal with it. But the difference is we deal with it. Now let's talk about the flip side. Those that are evil, toxic, and call themselves believing in God. What do you think, dude? Don't you know you're going to get it worse than anybody? You know, using God, that higher force, that is the ultimate insult. You know, if you don't care, you know, you don't care about what you're doing. You know, if you're blind, that's a different. But I'm talking about those that are aware of their evil, toxic ways and then use God. You know, there's only one divine spirit. Lot of roads, lot of lives, lot of different walks of life, but there is only one divine spirit. And when you got it righteously rooted deep within, that divine will show it to everything else or everyone else on the outside. Because it don't matter. I've said this before. It don't matter what we try to hide inside, how evil, how sneaky we try to be, or how slick we think we is. You know, you try to think you're bold and put your evil stuff in front of people because you think because you know, you're being true because you're showing your evil to the world. Oh, yeah. The divine laughs at you. I always said that great divine laughs at those that think they're running something and think they're powerful. No, that great divine, great creator has to say overall. And that great divine loves those that are righteous and standing up tall like soldiers and soldierettes. Salute. And like I say, I thank those that helped get me to this point because, you know, and I say within my family and outside my family, and I'm so thankful that that great divine gave me the spirit to listen to teachings that I have learned from in the past. And it helped me a lot to maintain, you know, my spirituality so I can keep myself strong so I can teach it to others. And again, still a human being, you know, I'm still going to do different things, but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And when I know something is wrong, I'm standing on my righteousness. I don't care how hard it seems or how challenging it seems, brothers and sisters. If you are right within, you stand on your righteousness. You stand on what's right. Don't let nothing fucking break that. I don't give a damn. You stick in there. And why do we stay in there? Because that great divine, that higher force, has stuck in there with us through everything. So we got to keep that in our mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that's why we have to guard our spirit, protect it at all costs, at every angle. Because you never know when that toxic shit, that toxic bullshit out here is going to come at you because it's floating around. It's everywhere. So I just want those. I don't want us to be weak, you know. I want us to be strong, bold, because great divine love those who are bold. So we got to be bold, brothers and sisters out here. And don't take no shit off no toxic ass entity. You know, let nothing come into our system. We got to be fucking relentless because this negative entity out here in this space, in this realm is relentless. So we got to be just as relentless. Matter of fact, we got to be more relentless than this evil entity that's floating around out here because it's a lot more righteous soldiers and soldierettes than the world make it seem like it is because I'm connected to them. And that's within our families and outside our families. And I'm going to say one more time, please, please, if you learn nothing else from me, guard our spirit at every angle. And that's my fault. And I just had to get this out of my spirit because one gets attacks too. I too get attacks. And I too have little things in me that get triggered sometimes, you know, by, you know, maybe something that happened I experienced in the world, or I could see something on TV that might trigger something, or on social media. We got to be careful of those little things. Remember, it's always going to be some little entity looking to take a righteous brother or sister down. We got to stand firm like an oak tree. You know what I'm saying? You know how strong roots are in an oak tree? Do you know how many storms an oak tree can withstand and withstood? You know, that's how we got to be. And I got a podcast on here about that. Be firm like an oak tree. Nothing can blow down an oak tree. Oak tree can withstand all seasons. So that's how we got to be. So that's my thought. And I thank those for listening to a brother. I will always be here to encourage and motivate, because we ain't gonna be no weak ass brothers and sisters going into this next level. We already powerful. We gonna be even more powerful. Let's take it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Let's take it up 1,000 notches. You know, stop settling. So that's my thought. And I thank those that have been riding along, much appreciated, and those that have been viewing, that have been viewing. May your life be powerfully prosperous. And salute to the reachers and teachers that's out there doing their thing. I honor your family. I honor my family. Salute. I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you please have the ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. Salute.